to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you're new here, my name is Danny. My channel name is Routine Beauty, but you can call me Danny. I create content on all things green beauty, so if you like that kind of stuff, you should totally subscribe. I'm just kidding. You don't have to, but I would love it if you would. Anyway, today is a super exciting video, and that is because it is a collaboration with a new friend of mine, Alexa Blake. She creates content on clean beauty as well. She makes a lot of really fun makeup looks, makeup tutorials. She talks about her favorite clean beauty skincare, makeup, and all of that fun stuff. Everything clean beauty related. So for today's collaboration, we are both creating an everyday makeup look using our favorite clean beauty makeup products. So after you watch this video, make sure to head on over to Alexa's channel so that you can see her everyday makeup look using her favorite clean beauty makeup products. I know that I am definitely very excited to see what her favorite clean beauty makeup products are. I love finding out which products people love, so you guys should definitely let me know what clean beauty makeup products are your favorite as well in the comments. So make sure that you go and check out her channel and subscribe. Her channel and her video will be linked in the description box below. Alright, so let's get straight to the video. Alright, so to start off, I'm going to be using a primer. I don't think that using a primer is completely necessary. I think that you can totally get away without using it, but there is one that I have been trying and using and have been liking it, and that is the Juice Beauty Phytopigments Illuminating Primer, and I've been liking it. It gives a nice luminosity to the skin. I am going to be using a powder foundation today, and I like just using this underneath especially when I'm using a powder foundation, just because I feel like it really does help to give more life and luminosity to the skin when you're using a powder. So I'm going to be using this today. Actually, but before you would prime your skin or use foundation, make sure that your skin is nicely prepped. So cleanse your skin and then apply a moisturizer just to give your skin some hydration, so that way it is not just super dry. I have dry skin, so that is a very, very important step for me, but it's an important step for everyone. Anyway, enough rambling. So I'm going to be using the Juice Beauty Primer. This is a really pretty primer. I want to show you what it looks like. I don't know how well you can see it from there. It's a really pretty, like, light looking, not a highlighter looking type of product, but it just has a nice luminosity to it. Not too much though, so don't be scared of it. It's not like there's chunks of glitter in it or anything like that. But yeah, it just helps to bring some nice luminosity to the skin, helps bring some life to your face, and just give a nice glow. And then I kind of just let it sink in for a little while, maybe like 30 seconds. So now that I have that done, I'm moving on to foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the Lilah Pure Satin Matte Foundation. This is a foundation that I really enjoy. It is one that I have been using pretty much from the very start when I started using green beauty. I actually didn't use powder foundations much before I switched to green beauty. I always just use liquid foundations, but I have come to find that I like powder foundations quite a lot, and this one by Lilah Pure is one that I have really been enjoying. This is my second one of it. I have a lighter shade, but I actually just got this shade for the summertime, so I've been really enjoying it. So I like to use a fluffy but also somewhat dense brush for applying powders. This one is the Morphe E59. You don't need to use this brush. You can basically use just any powder brush that has a little bit of density to it. You don't want it to be too dense because then it's just kind of hard to move the powder around, but you also don't want it to be too fluffy because then you won't necessarily get that coverage. If you're not looking for more coverage, then using a fluffy brush is totally fine. You can get a nice just light coverage with a fluffy brush, but I like to use something that's a little bit more dense to cover up some of the breakouts that I have. Obviously you can tell that I have some breakouts, and I also do have some hyperpigmentation from acne, so I like to get a little bit more coverage, but of course I still like to make it look quite natural. And I do think that this Lilah Pure foundation does help it looks still quite natural. I like to lightly build it up, just use a little bit of powder at a time. I don't want to use a whole bunch because I don't want it to look cakey. I want it to look quite natural. So that's what I do. So I just take a little bit in the top here and I really swirl it into the brush. And then I just, wait, what am I doing? I forgot concealer. Let's start with concealer. So For concealer, I'm going to use the RMS Beauty Cover Up. I know that this is a really popular product. I really like it. I feel like it looks super natural on the skin. So I'm going to actually use this before my foundation, just to spot conceal a couple of spots just to give a little bit more coverage. So I'm just going to kind of dot it onto those spots where I feel like I want a little bit more coverage. So a lot of the blemishes that I have are around my chin and mouth. So I'm just going to kind of like dot it on those spots. And then I'm just going to kind of let it sit for a little bit. And then I either like to use a sponge to just like tap it in. But if I want even more coverage, I like to use a brush. Just use like a regular like foundation brush, something that does have some density to it. And I will just stipple it, just pat it in, and not swirl it around because then that takes away the coverage, and I find that that ends up just looking cakey and it just doesn't sit well. So I like to use just a dense brush, but I also sometimes like to just use a sponge for this as well, just because I feel like that does give the really natural look. Or you can always go in with a brush and then after that go in with a sponge to make it look more seamless. I'm also taking this under my eyes. I really like this concealer under my eyes. I actually have a hard time finding concealers that I like to use under my eyes because it just ends up looking cakey. I don't know what it is about my under eyes, but pretty much most concealers that I have tried just look cakey under my eyes. But this RMS concealer looks quite nice under my eyes. Just still looks like skin, which is great. Who doesn't want their skin to still look like skin? Now that the concealer has been sitting for a little while, I am going to use just an It Cosmetics sponge. A lot of times I do go in with the brush, but I'm gonna go in with a sponge now. And I'm just gonna dab it in, just to try to keep that coverage and not make it go away. So obviously it's not going to like completely cover it up, but that's what the foundation is going to do the rest for. And honestly, I'd rather have a little bit of the blemishes still showing through rather than looking like I have a bunch of makeup on, because I personally just don't like that look. I just don't want it to look like I have a bunch of makeup on. Which that's totally fun sometimes, but I just prefer a more skin-like appearance. But I do like to do full glam sometimes too, so that's also fun. But for an everyday basis, an everyday makeup look, I do like it to look more natural and just more skin-like. Okay, so now that I have that all blended in, I'm also just going to go under my eyes. Oh, and I also do like to take a little bit and put it on my eyelids too, just to try to like even that out as well. Alright, so now we can go to the foundation. So now I'm just gonna apply this, and I like to go like just swirl it. This is the best way I find to apply the powders, and you can definitely build. And I really like the Lilah B Pure foundation. I feel like it builds really well, and it actually does provide really nice coverage. That is what I have found with it, and I've done a review on this foundation if you are interested in checking that out. I'll have it linked in the description box below. But I really like this. I feel like it just works really well. It looks really nice on the skin, and it builds really nicely, so you can get some good coverage with it. And I have pretty dry skin, but I don't find that it clings to dry spots. Of course, it's a powder, so you kind of have to be careful. But I don't find that it clings to dry spots too much. I don't apply as much powder to the forehead, just because I don't really need as much coverage there. So I just kind of do a little bit on the forehead. And I have some redness here, so I like to just kind of build it up around those areas. So obviously you can still see some blemishes and a little bit of redness poking through, but that's fine for me on a day-to-day basis. I don't mind that. So I'm actually gonna just take the same Lilah B Pure foundation and apply it to my under eyes. By the way, if you're curious, this is in the shade Beige 3. I got this shade for the summer. And I also have the shade Beige 2. So normally if I would want to be putting the powder under my eyes, I would use the shade Beige 2, or I would just use a translucent powder for under my eyes. And I also do just like kind of like buff it around my eyes, just because that gives it more coverage. And then I also take it onto my eyelids. Alright, so next I'm going to do some bronzer. And for bronzer, my favorite bronzer that I have tried so far in the green beauty world is the Lilah B bronzer. First of all, it's gorgeous. It comes in this like packaging that looks like a stone, super cute, and then it just slides open, and then you have the product here, and you have a lighter shade and a darker shade, but I just swirl it around and use both shades. And this shade is just gorgeous. I really like it. It's not orange, it's not too dark. I just feel like it works really well, and I feel like it just really helps to bring life to the face, and I just think that it's gorgeous. So this has been my favorite, and this is one that I grab for on more like an everyday basis. This is the one that I normally reach for. So I'm just taking a somewhat fluffy brush and so just bronze the regular areas of the face that you would bronze. I like to go on my jawline as well, and then a little bit down my neck. I also apply a little bit on the top perimeter of the forehead. And then also when there's not as much product left on the brush, I like to just kind of sweep it like over my nose a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a bronze look as well. Next, I am gonna go in with the eyes, and for the eyes, I use the same bronzer and I put it on my crease. I like to add a little bit of the same bronzer to the lower lash line. Now this isn't something that I always do on an everyday basis, but if I want a little bit more to the makeup look, I do like doing this. I just feel like it helps give a little bit more definition to the eyes. Just kind of do it on the outer part of the lower lash line. Now I am also going to be doing another product for the eyes, and that is a new product, and it is the Kosas 10-second eyeshadow. I have the shade Globe, and you guys, it is gorgeous. I have been loving it. I don't always do this. Normally for just like an everyday makeup look, I would just do that bronzer for the eyeshadow, but I have been really liking this eyeshadow, and it is super simple, so you could definitely use it for just a really quick makeup look, and I would use this for an everyday makeup look. This color in particular I feel like is really nice for an everyday makeup look. It is a really gorgeous, like, I feel like it's kind of like a bronzy type of shade. You can, you know, choose how much you want to put. You don't have to make it super bold. I just think it's gorgeous. Like, can you guys see that? It's so pretty. So you just kind of swipe some onto the eyelids, and then you just pat it in with your fingers. Super easy to use. And I just love this shade. I really want to try out more of the shades. If I ever get more of the shades, I would love to do a swatch video for you guys, because these are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I know I'm hyping them up so much, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so pretty. And they're just super easy to work with and just super quick to use. Like, literally so quick. Done. That's it. And then you put mascara on and boom, you look super put together. So this has definitely been a favorite of mine, so that's why I wanted to mention it and use it in this video, because you guys, it's great. I definitely think that you should try this out. So good. So good. So for blush, I have really been enjoying the Lilah B Lip and Cheek Duo. This is in the shade Be Lovely. You guys, this is such a gorgeous shade. Kind of looks like a neutral type of shade. I feel like this would be great for fall, but honestly, just any time of the year, I think this is a gorgeous color. I'm just gonna kind of dab it around my cheeks and then just blend it in with my fingers. And it just applies beautifully. Like, it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks nice. Even though I'm applying it on top of powder, it looks gorgeous. And I just love this color. Isn't that so pretty? I don't know, maybe you don't think it is, but I do. I think it's gorgeous. I actually also really like using this on the eyelids, but today I'm just gonna use it on the cheeks because I have a good amount of favorites and I want to show you a good amount of them. So I can definitely do some more videos if you guys want to see some more of my favorite green beauty makeup products, because I definitely have more and I would love to share them with you guys. Now that that is all blended in, I feel like it looks so pretty. And it just looks nice and skin-like. It just blends into your skin so nicely. I definitely want to try out more of these lip and cheek duos from Lilah B. They're gorgeous. Also, it has the same super cute packaging like the bronzer, just the mini version. Like, how cute. Moving on, I'm gonna go to highlighter, and a highlighter that I have really been liking is this one by Chia. This is their highlight of the day, and I have it in this shade Afternoon Delight. So pretty. It's like a pinky type of color, so I'm just shaking it up here. You want to shake it up before you use it because it is a liquid, and you guys, this stuff will last you so long. This comes with 0.5 fluid ounces, and this will last you so long. Like, you literally need a drop, just a drop. That's it. That's enough. That's all you need. Like, this stuff will last you so long, but this color is so gorgeous. I want to swatch it for you guys just so you guys can see it a little bit better. Like, it is just absolutely stunning. This is what it looks like. It's like a rose gold type of color. It is so, so pretty. Just kind of rub it between my fingers, and then I dab it to the high points of the cheeks. And a lot of the time I do just blend it in with my fingers, but sometimes I like to use a sponge too. But I just do some right here, and then I also take some up onto the brow bone. And then I'll take a little bit onto the nose, on the cupid's bow. And I'm just gonna take a sponge just to kind of blend, make sure it's totally blended in. Now that I've got the face done, I'm gonna go to the eyebrows. And for eyebrows, I've been using the 100% Pure Long Last Brows. So this is a brow pomade. I've had this for a while. I feel like it is kind of dried out, but I still find that I can use it, and I think that it still looks nice. I am using the Lilah Beauty Limitless Lash Mascara. I really like this. I have a mini size. I've been using this one. I really like it. I have honestly had a hard time finding clean beauty mascaras that I really like. This is probably the best one, or my favorite one that I have tried so far. I feel like it makes your lashes look really pretty. It helps to lengthen them, and then it also gives them some volume. For lips, I am using the Lilah Beauty. This is their Color Block lipstick, and I'm using it in the shade Rosette. This color is so pretty. It is a really nice pink color. I feel like this is a great shade for every day. Basically the look. If I want to add a little bit more to the lips, I might add the Fit Glow Beauty. This is their lip color serum in the shade Beach Glow. I really like this. It's a really pretty color. I feel like this is a great color for every day just because it is pretty sheer. Everyday makeup look using a lot of my favorite clean beauty makeup products. I really enjoy all of these makeup products that I use today, and I am super excited to see what makeup products are Alexa's favorites. I'm definitely excited to check out her video, so make sure that you also head to her video and see which clean beauty makeup products are her favorite, which ones she likes to use for an everyday makeup look. I am definitely excited to check that out. I hope that you guys liked this video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you guys like this video and you like clean beauty content, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, so don't forget to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss it when I post new videos. Thank you for stopping by, and hope to see you all in my next video.